30 years ago, a vision was sparked and a movement began. For 3 decades, the Kenya Human Rights Commission has remained steadfast in its belief in dignity, freedoms, and social justice in Kenya and beyond. KHRC has done this through relentlessly challenging oppression, defending the voiceless, and holding the powerful accountable.
The history of KHRC begins all the way from the US, where 4 Kenyans met who are in exile: Maina Kiai, Dr. Wid Mutunga, Kiraito Burungi, and Professor Peter Karevi. They were in exile because of the kind of work they were doing in the country against communism. So they felt like there was a need to do something about Kenya while they were there in exile. So that's how they came up with the idea of forming KHRC.
And in 1994, KHRC was registered as a non-governmental organization, NGO, that's what's called NGO, under the 1993 NGOs Coordination Act.
These people who formed KHRC were quite progressive and very radical. So this institution is born from a very transformative and radical political culture. So our work is basically political. We are normally very clear about that. We are a political organization because we challenge power, which leads to human rights violations.
As the future beckons, the Kenya Human Rights Commission now unveils its new premise, wholly owned by the Commission and a vital asset in human rights advocacy.
And it's not uncommon for organizations to aspire to have their own premises.
Part of my KRAs was to ensure KHRC is institutionally viable and sustainable. And part of it I found was to get KHRC a home.
19 years ago, around May 2005, our former ED came to us, and that time she was called Wanjiku Miano. She came to us as staff, and she told us she has engaged with the board, and they have agreed that we acquire a property.
This property was owned by a private company. They were selling it, so that's we made the deal, and then now the next step was to do the development, as you see it now, from a single-story house to turn it into the offices that would meet our requirements.
On the design, on that I have to give, my board chair, who is an architect. There he took the lead.
That was my role now as part of the project management with Peter Mbage on the KHRC side.
The construction took almost over 1 year because they completed in December last year.
The work we do is quite stressful on staff. And the least you can do is try to make them comfortable so that they can focus on the real issues. A staff will not be able to fight for somebody else's rights if her rights or his rights is not being taken care of.
Situated within a serene suburb with ample outdoor space, the location is excellent for holding press briefings and other advocacy activities. The building now boasts a large boardroom that adequately supports internal meetings and hosting partners who need the space.
Some of our partners are able to come when they have issues, they come use our boardroom. We don't charge them. Rather than taking a meeting to a hotel, we do it here. That means you'll be able to do more than you would have done before with less money.
The people-centered design also includes a large kitchen that serves meals to the staff and that can accommodate meals for external partner meetings and conferences. Staff now carry out their mandate in spacious offices that let in natural light and are styled in an open design that encourages collaboration in the many human rights issues they address.
All that is towards ensuring we manage our costs and making the place more hospitable and trying to get everything we do in-house as much as we can.
The design also focuses on inclusivity, making room for a creche where young parents can find support with childcare while at work.
It was quite intentional from the design perspective to include a creche in the design for our mothers who are our staff. And if a mother needs to come to work to respond to an urgent intervention, can come with the house help, and the kid can stay in the creche. We'll see the parent can decide to work from the creche.
So we came here by the end of March, but we are fully settled from 1st of April this year.
The way you feel when you have built your own home and you've gone in with the whole family and sat down, and it's that feeling of security.
Once you acquire this kind of property, is a political statement to those in power that we are not going anywhere, and that KHRC, as Professor Macau used to say, KHRC is permanent, is reversible, is revocable. So we are permanent and we are here to stay.
The new premises owned by the Kenya Human Rights Commission proves that KHRC is going nowhere and is doubling down on its fight for human rights. This is the home that shall host the next decades of courage and commitment to continue pushing for a society of free people.